All right, rockstars, welcome to another tradie tip. I'm here with my man, Theo, champion CEO of a contracting company, one of our peer mentors. My question to you, Theo, is what do you say to people who don't want to work these days? Why would you say that? Or when you hear that?
Yeah, so I hear that when we're talking to suppliers, Andrew, talking to other business owners, trade partners. Man, we're having a hard time getting labor. No one wants to work these days. And I would say my observation to that, Andrew, again, if you heard us talk about culture in other episodes and you talk about stuff, is the culture of the company is so important that to me seems to be the thing that's lacking. So it's not that no one wants to work these days. When I hear some old guy or some antiquated business owner, a non-champion COO with the mindset you need, is I hear things like, no one wants to work these days, and all the dialogue in my head is that no one wants to work for you these days. And so the idea of this approach of this person that really wants to fight their team members, or a person that would call them employees because that's how they view them, all I do is employ you. And it's no, you're a team member, you're a valued team member. Actually, without you, I don't have a company. So you're a team member. And the approach of this, no one wants to work these days, is that if COVID taught us anything, when here in Canada there was incentives around just getting paid to stay at home, people would call that a lot of things, and that gets a lot of flack in the market. I think if anything it did is give some people some self-worth of I don't need to go to this job and risk my life to wear a mask to make $15 an hour, is that if anything it actually upped the game. So you can be upset about it. You can have the scarcity mindset, Andrew, of I used to be able to get someone for $15 an hour and now I can't. Is if anything, we have to pay more, which is a good thing. We're actually rising the tides. We're actually paying more than we did before. We're treating people better than we did before, because that's what's required of us on the forefront of employment and being an employer and being their employer. They're still a team member, but our job is to, treat them well and with respect. Is this idea of they don't want to work anymore? It's no, they don't want to work for shitty companies. They don't want to work for antiquated companies. They don't want to work for companies that don't respect them. They don't want to work for companies that don't pay them well. That's the problem. And the business owner that views it that way is a ignorant and sorely wrong business owner, and he's gonna have an issue with people. That mindset is gonna have an issue employing people.
Is that interesting, right? You're looking at it from a flip side, right?
I can complain about it. I can try and complain about the cost of labor, but that gets me nowhere.
Right.
That's just focusing on all the things that it isn't. But why don't I focus on what it is and what I can do and the things I can control, and I can raise my prices and I can charge more and I can pay people more money. I am in control. So those that are worried about something that are focus it as a negative thing, that's all it will be to them, and that's just their perspective of it.
Yeah. So let's wrap this baby up, and this is sort of my little summary on this is you just got to be real with what's actually going on with your business, and let's face it, it's a hell of a lot easier, guys, to complain about it. It's a hell of a lot easier to make excuses about it versus actually facing it the way that Theo is talking about. Actually looking, in the mirror. And here's the good news: you can change it, right? So, Theo, if there's a really quick strategy, you maybe already mentioned it before, but what would be one of the first steps that you'd get somebody to do or take action on to go down this path of
get your head out of your ass? No. This is the times. I hate saying unprecedented times because it was used so much in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But these times are unheard of. We don't know what we're doing in here. The labor market has changed. The industry is changing. The trades are going to get the shit kicked out of them in the next 20 years. The average tradie is 55 years old.
Yep.
No, never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
So the industry is changing, and you have to be open to change. You have to be open.
And when you do change, it works, right?
Yes.
Because you got a team.
Or you cannot change and let me know.
I'm just saying.
Let me know how that goes.
Just saying though, finish this video on the note that it actually works, guys. Okay. When you got values on the back of your mugs that you give out to your guys or your clients, and you're living and breathing it, and your team members are seeing the benefit of it and they're part of it, okay, then you've got something, okay? Don't be on the island all alone, whining, crying, playing the fiddle.
It's lonely.
It's going to be fucking lonely, okay? That's it. That's another tradie tip. We'll see you on the flip.
Hey Rockstar, if this video resonated with you at all and you want a proven plan and pathway to take your contracting business to the next level with me and my team of experts, click the link below and apply for a free 50-minute pathway to Profits Call.